Hey y'all, so I'm back with another video. Okay, I'm back with another video. So anyways, y'all, why every time I get on this camera I see my hair and just start having to do some sort. But anyways, welcome back to my channel. I was looking up my channel. I don't know if it's Lizacia Johnson or if it's LV Johnson, but I'm gonna say welcome back to my channel. I'm LV Johnson. That's what I'm gonna go by here because my name is too long. But welcome back. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, so today we're gonna be talking about being humble, humility, the benefits of being humble, the importance of being humble. So yes, so as I stated, please like, share. If this touch you anyway, if you know somebody that needs to hear this, if you know that, you got some people on your timeline that just need to hear this on Facebook or anything, share, please. And subscribe. Before we get started, let me please click, go check out my book on Amazon. You can click the link in the description box. A Millennium Woman Walk with God. Yes, you can click it. Get it from Amazon. Click the link in the description box. So let's get into it. So yeah. So this topic, like, I knew I was going to eventually do a video on this because this has always gotten on my nerves, like the lack of humility. Like, I just hate when people don't understand the importance of humility. Like, who you think you is? Like, humble yourself. Like, I love telling people, be humble or humble yourself. Humble yourself. And when I say the lack of humility is like, ooh, like that does something to my spirit, like tremendously. And like, it really does something to my spirit because I just be looking like the wrath that God is about to bring against you for that lack of humility. Like, only if people understood the importance of being humble. Like, God don't play about that. Like, God do not play about that. And I'm gonna tell y'all here, but God don't play about the lack of humility. And I have seen it, how God will tear you apart from the head to the toe, baby. He would tear you apart. Like, you would think, oh, like, the lack of humility, like, God would tear you apart. Like, he will attack your children. He will attack your spouse, your marriage. He will attack your mental. He will attack your job, your home, your car. Like, the lack of humility is crazy. Like, I don't even see why would people, I don't understand. Oh, I'm sorry, I got a call. But I don't understand why people even do that to themselves. Like, being unhumble is like robbing yourself of all that you have accomplished. Because when God get a hold to you, it's just gonna be like you just got robbed of everything you have worked so hard for. Everything. So be humble. Like, be humble. So let's get into it. Now that I got that off my chest. So humility, the importance of humility and the benefits of being humble. So what is humility? A modest or low view of one's own importance, humbleness. Humility is a noun. I didn't know that until today, but I can see why. And what I said was, I got another call. Come on now, people don't even call me like that, but everybody want to call now. But meaning, okay, so humility is a noun, meaning that it's a place for your mind to be. So a person must choose, a person must make a conscious decision to go there. A person must make that conscious decision to be humble. Like, you have to make that decision to put your mind in a humble state. Like, yeah, so humility is a noun. And you have to make that conscious decision to put your mind in a humble state. Remember that I said that, y'all. So it says, what does the Bible say about humility? Philippians 2:3 reads, and whatever you do, don't let selfishness or pride be your guide. Be humble and honor others more than yourself. So never feel like you too big. Like you equal to me, baby. Well, my confidence gonna already tell you that. Like, you ain't gonna be too big around me, because, baby, I'm the boss. You know, but well, that was a little unhumble, but for real, like, you could never be too big in front of me, because I ain't gonna let you. But when you are around people that will allow you to feel like you more important than them, don't do it. Be humble. Be humble. Okay? So Philippians 2:5-8 reads, in your life together, think the way Christ Jesus thought. He was like God in every way, but he did not think that his being equal with God was something to use for his own benefit. Instead, he gave up everything, even his place with God. He accepted the role of a servant, appearing in human form. During his life as a man, he humbled himself by being full obedient to God, even when that caused his death on the cross. So, if Jesus, like, mama, move. Come on, get up here. But if Jesus can humble himself, you need to be able to humble yourself. You need to be able to humble yourself. Like, if Jesus, she sat right down my lap. But if Jesus can humble himself, you need to be able to humble yourself as well. Because I know you ain't more important. I'm sorry, mama. I know you ain't more important than Jesus. So be humble. Like, be humble. Tell him, ma. But you're going to have to move. Yo, girl. She gotta go. So, what are the benefits of humbling yourself before God's children? You look less foolish in my opinion. I notice, like, a lot of people who be unhumble, like, they try to make it as if they know everything about everything. We all may know a little about a lot, if y'all understand what I'm saying. Like, we may know a little something about everything, but we don't know everything about everything. So when somebody try to pretend that they know everything, they look so foolish, because you're going to eventually mess up and show how foolish you are, because you're going to say something that just doesn't make sense. Like, you really said that? Like, and you know me, my attitude, like, it bothers me now. Don't get me wrong. That lack of humility bothers me so bad, y'all. Like, that's like one of my biggest triggers, and that's why I'm making this video, because I've been triggered so much in this last week with the lack of humility from other people. And I called my best friend last night, and I just had to vent to her. I was like, girl, why did this lady? And she just, you know, she just made it like it was just so little. And it is so little, but I don't know, but it does something to me when I see people lack humility. So, in my opinion, it make you look so foolish. Like, oh, when people just feel like, oh, I know everything. When they, like, I had, you know, I won't say nothing to the person who I notice lack humility, but I be thinking in my head, like, you need to really humble yourself. And I won't even correct them when I know they are wrong. Like, I had a situation where this lady told me, this is not the situation that upset me, but this lady, she lacked humility so bad. But she told me, like, she was like, okay, today's Thursday. We were talking about some event, but she was like, today's Thursday, so that means that the event, which was the 14th, is going to fall on next Wednesday. So I was like, no. And she was like, yes, it is. It's going to fall on next Wednesday. So I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And her husband did the same thing. Both of us was like, yeah, okay. But we both knew that she was so wrong. Now, that situation is like common sense. Even the first grader can know that. But this was a real life situation. So me and her husband both like, okay. But it was like we both already knew. You can't argue with stupid. You can't argue with somebody who just lack humility. Like, if they know everything, let them sit there and feel like they know everything. Because they're going to feel the wrath of God, anger towards them. God do not like lack of humility. Like, God does not like it. And I don't know. I can't say that, oh, that's the only reason I don't like it because God don't like it. No. But it does something to my spirit. Like, when I see people be just so unhumble, boy, it does something to my spirit. But yeah, so let's continue. So the question, what are the benefits of humbling yourself? God will increase you. Philippians chapter 2, verse 9 through 11 reads, so God raised him up to the most important place and gave him the name that is greater than any other name. God did this so that every person would bow down to honor the name of Jesus. Everyone in heaven, on earth, and on the earth will bow. They will all confess Jesus Christ is Lord, and this will bring glory to God the Father. By being humble, God would naturally make you shine. God would naturally make you shine. So you don't even have to be unhumble. Like, I know when I finished writing my book, I had and published it, I had I just sent the link to it through a text message. I thought it was just marketing. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think I needed to do no more. Mama, what you doing? I didn't think I needed to do no more. I know I need to do more, but I didn't think I didn't feel like I should do more, you know? So I didn't feel like, I don't know. I didn't feel like I needed to like brag about it, or I just feel like, okay, here go a link, click on it. You'll see my name at the top. I wrote this book, purchase it if you can. But my best friend was like, she called me. She said, Zayla, did you write that book? And I said, yeah. She said, you just sent it out so humble. And I was like, okay. But I was thinking to myself, like, what else was I supposed to do? But the world lacks humility so much that every accomplishment somebody, move mama, because she about to knock this whole thing down. Sit down. Every accomplishment somebody have, they feel like, oh, they got it. Oh, I got my PhD. Oh, I wrote a book. Oh, I got this. Oh, I did this. No. Humble yourself. God is naturally going to let you shine. Like, that light, God light shines so bright through me. Like, I don't have to talk about nothing. Like, when I say, I don't have to brag about nothing. It's naturally going to shine through me. So, why must you, like, you really must not feel as important as you put off to be, that you feel like you got to be so unhumble and boast about it. Like, humble yourself. Zoe, sit down. Okay, so, yeah, so I said, by being humble, God will naturally make you shine. Philippians 2:14 through 15 reads, do everything without complaining or arguing, so that you will be blameless and pure, children of God without any fault, but you are living with evil people all around you, who have lost their sense of what is right who have lost their sense of what is right. Among those people, you shine like lights in a dark world. These people who are unhumble, and when you are humble, you shine so bright. No, mama, move. You shine so bright. I don't know what's over her. She probably gotta use the restroom, but I can't pause the video. She gonna have to wait. But you shine so bright when you around people who are unhumble and you are humble. Like, you know, it's not to get the shine, but being unhumble don't bring shine to you, baby. It don't make nobody feel like you're any more important. You attract more people to you than you can share the gift that is within you. Oh, I'm sorry. You attract more people to you than you can share the gift that is within you. So by being humble, it makes people, it draw people to you. Then that way you can share what's all is within you. Then you can share your knowledge or whatever you may have, or you can tell God's message. But when you're being unhumble, I seen a post yesterday, and I can't go through the whole post, but pretty much it was saying how, like, at church, this man phone went off, and when his phone went off, the pastor fussed at him. His wife fussed at him. The pastor fussed at him after church. The deacon fussed at him. His wife fussed at him as he was going home, as they was on the ride home. So the man ended up going to the bar afterwards. He weighed some drink, and the waitress wiped the drink off. The bartender wiped the counter off and was like, it's okay, everybody make mistakes. He went somewhere else. I can't remember exactly where he went, but he went somewhere else, and he did something. And somebody else told him, oh, it's okay. We all have bad days or whatever. And it just went on to how he went to these different places that was not the church. And people told him how it was okay to make a mistake. It was okay. But when he was at church, they chewed him out. Oh, you this, you that. So that's the same thing with humility. And then it went on to say that the man never went back to church again after that, because he just felt like every time he go to church, he was going to feel little. And that's the same thing with when you attract more people to you when you're humble. Then you can share your gift that is within you. So when you try to make yourself feel like when you always boasting about what you got or what you did or what you accomplished, like, if people ain't there, some people gonna eventually get tired of being around you. So when you just be humble about stuff, it attracts people to you, and then you can share what all is within you. You can share the knowledge that you have learned from your accomplishment. You can share that gift that God has put within you. You can do all of that. But when you unhumble, it repels people away from you. Philippians 2:16 reads, and you offer them the teaching that gives life, so I can be proud of you when Christ comes again. You will show that my work was not wasted, that I ran in a race and I won. So what does unhumbleness look like? Someone who's too prideful. Proverbs 16:18 reads, pride is the first step towards destruction. Proud thoughts will lead you to defeat. So yeah, when you are too prideful, as I stated earlier, when you unhumble, too prideful, it's like you robbing yourself. You robbing yourself. You shorting your blessings. You shorten the life of your blessings. Because when God's wrath hits you, he's taking all of that you was too prideful to lose. He's going to take it all. Because you can't put all that pride, all that joy into nothing but him. So when you feel like, oh, I did this, I did that. You didn't do nothing. God did it. God did it. So humble yourself. Let that pride go. Let it go. Someone who's always talking about what they've accomplished. Proverbs 11:12 reads, proud and boastful people will be shamed, but wisdom stays with those who are modest and humble. What does unhumbleness look like? When your life begins to fall apart, maybe you've been a little too unhumble. So when you start to see that everything start falling apart, you losing your children, you losing your child or your children, your spouse walking out on you, You lost your job. You feel like you're losing your mind. Your car acting up. Your home in foreclosure. Maybe you had just been a little too unhumble. So yeah, when you start seeing those things falling apart, maybe you want to say, oh, sis, humble yourself. Oh, bro, humble yourself. Like, seriously. Like, when you start seeing all that stuff fall apart, maybe you have been just a little too unhumble. Proverbs 18:12 reads, a proud person will soon be ruined, but a humble person will be honored. Someone who put too much importance in oneself always wants to talk about what they have, what their kids accomplish, how many cars they own, how much money in their account, etc. I used to work with this girl, and every customer that came into the job, she wanted to show them a picture of her new baby. Oh, look, y'all. My baby was doing this. Oh, my baby was doing that. Oh, my baby this. My baby that. Oh, I did this. Oh, I used to be looking at her like, girl, shut up. Shut up. Like, shut up. Like, shut up. Like, because when you put too much importance on people or things, they be the first thing that, like, upset you, disappoint you. Parents who have kids and they praise one child more than they praise the next, that be that one child that really disappoint them. Like, really disappoint them. Like, you know, so stop putting so much importance on anything. Ain't nothing important but God. All this stuff is temporary. Like, all this stuff is gonna be gone. These kids, our spouse, our home, our cars. So yeah, love them, care for them, be there for them while you're there, but don't put nothing before God. Don't, your accomplishments, them PhDs, that book, all that stuff, it's gonna be there. Like, I mean, it's there, but once all of this is gone and we go back to God, all that stuff stay right here. So the only thing that need to be really boasted about is God, and that's it. Someone who feels they too good to be friends with certain people, and then those who only befriend certain people to feel more important. So someone who feel like they can't be around certain people because, oh, I'm this, I'm that, so I can't hang around the mean girls. Them, like, you know, mean girls. Them, and then the person that only hang around people that they feel like is less fortunate than them. Like, I don't get someone who's constantly hanging around somebody. I don't get this. Now, not saying don't have these friends. We're going to have a few of them. But someone you make 6 to 7 figures, it's no reason that you're constantly hanging with people who still on food stamp, on welfare, people who don't have a degree. Why don't you have friends in your tax bracket? Like, what is your reason for that? Now, not saying don't have none. Don't, I don't believe in forgetting where you came from, no. But when you only deal with people who's less fortunate than you, something ain't right. Something ain't right, because you want to be the smartest man at the table. You want to be the smartest man at the table. That's the only thing I can get from that. You want to be the smartest man at the table. So you don't go around people that you know is there with you. You go around people that you feel is less important than you. So Romans 12:16 reads, live together in peace with each other. Don't be proud, but be willing to be friends with people who are not important to others. Okay. Someone who has an answer to everything. Oh, okay. So what does unhumbleness look like? Someone who has an answer to everything. Like, let me read this. Romans 12:16 reads, Romans 12:16 continues, Don't think of yourself as smarter than everyone else. Then I go to 1 Corinthians 3:18 reads, don't fool yourselves. Whoever think they are wise in this world should become a fool. That's the only way they can be wise. So only a fool would think that they know everything. Only a fool would think they know everything. So when a person that has the answer to everything, it don't matter what the field is, they got the answer. Oh, I know this. Yeah. Nobody knows everything. Nobody knows everything. And a lot of times, even with me doing this, like a lot of times when you teach it, like when you're teaching people, like the teacher, the message is for the teacher before it's for anyone else. Like, so even when you're in a setting and you're teaching people, you're preaching to people or whatever, you coaching a class, you're being educated as well. You're learning a lot through the studying that you have to do to teach others. So, and my reason for saying that, like, so if you're teaching a class or whatever may have you, or if you're talking to somebody trying to help somebody with something, don't feel like you have to answer every question that they ask you right then and there if you truly don't know the answer. Get the answer, get the information, and then you answer. But nobody knows the answer to everything. Nobody. I mean, nobody. Okay? So, somebody who, if you one of those people that knows the answer to everything, maybe you're a little unhumble. Luke 18:16-17 reads, but Jesus called the little children to him and said to his followers, let the little children come to me. Don't stop them, because God's kingdom belongs to people who's like these little children. The truth is, you must accept God's kingdom like a little child accept things, or you will never enter it. One thing about little kids, they haven't been corrupt by this world yet. So, and they know they don't know everything. So, they still are humble. They still have their innocence. They still carry themselves in a certain light that adults don't. So humble yourself. Be humble. Like, be like a little kid. Like, you know, sometimes just be quiet and listen. You don't have to know everything. Just be quiet and listen. We always telling our kids, go sit in there and be quiet. No, you go sit in there and be quiet. Be quiet and listen. Because you may learn something. None of us knows everything. None of us do. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all. I thought this video was gonna be real long because I just was so anxious to do this video. But be humble, be humble, be humble. Do not allow God to have to humble you. Do not force God to have to humble you. Humble yourself. Humility. Humble yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you're not humble, you're pretty much robbing yourself of all of your accomplishments. Because the wrath that God is going to bring to you is going to rip you of all those things that you possess. All right, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. And please click the link down below and get my book, A Millennium Woman, Walk with God. All right, love y'all. Have a good day.